Ooh, I almost had a little technical boo-boo there, but apparently I'm live. Lordy. Get Windows all set up. Wait for a couple chatters to pop into the chat, and then we shall get started. Just run around the house like a crazy person. So if you are watching this as a recording, you may want to scooch ahead a few minutes until we get started here. I'm hoping I'm actually on the right link to this stream and not, hopefully I didn't hose it up. Let me go over here in another YouTube window and see what I can figure out. Nope, it says I'm live. Okay. Well, then I guess I am. There we go. There's a couple. Linda, Charmaine. Hello, dears. Had a little technical glitch there. All right, I'm going to give it another few seconds. People wanted to see how these pieces turned out after I washed them. So instead of having to keep going back and forth, I'll give them a couple minutes and we'll go from there. CB! Yvonne, hi. How are things going, CB? Oh, no. Maybe I'll give you a call later after the stream and catch up if you're up to it and if you have the time. Hey, Bonnie. Have you bleached anything yet, Bonnie, or painted? I tell you what. My brain's been on fire with possibilities, and I'm half tempted to go up and get a pair of black jeans I don't wear that much and whip something on those suckers today. You'll get there. I'm sure you'll be rocking them when you walk in the art room in July. All right. Full disclosure, I was shoving a couple bites down my mouth before I get started to hold me over. All right, now we'll go. So people sent me notes and asked me to show these after I bleach them and wash them. And I've watched several channels since I did this on YouTube. One was it's T Myers, T like Tom, Myers. She does a lot of upcycling, and in that upcycling, sometimes she'll do bleaching and painting denim. She uses just a regular, what is it called, apple barrel, cheap acrylic paints from Michael. She said, think about it. You wear an apron to protect yourself from acrylic paint because it stays on your clothes. So why wouldn't I just paint it on my clothes I wanted it on? And she washes it on gentle, inside out, cold water, hangs it to dry, and doesn't have a problem with it. But the bleach, one thing she said about the bleach that I did not do, and I don't think I had a problem with it. Hey, Susan, was that she's saying when you get the bleach on the denim, to set it on, let it set as little time as possible. And I think it was her that was saying like 10 minutes. Yes, very boho. I mean, the stuff she does is really cute and I like it, but I don't need to add any boho bulk to this lovely figure I carry. But I do like the painting and the bleaching and stuff for sure that I would do. Anyway, I let this sit overnight because I wasn't sure. I didn't know. So that's what I did. I let it sit overnight. Then I threw it in the washer on cold. I put it in the dryer. And this is, again, an old pair of Dave's jeans. And it looked about the same going in and out of the dryer. This is the one that I scripted using this fine line bottle. And I was trying to actually let it touch the denim, but because of the nap, it was making this little needle nose flick. See all those dots of bleach, but I kind of like how that looks. All right. But nothing changed with those. This was Posca pens. The white looks like it kind of washed out. The black is still there. I'm not sure how over time that would wear. Trying to see if anybody else snuck in. Then here's another piece. This I did with a brush pen with bleach in it. Enso circle. It hit me later what that is. I always call it a robin circle. But this, I was squeezing the bleach out and it, wasn't coming out very even, but still it looks kind of cool. And as a background or just a little bit of a shadow on a pair of jeans, I can live with that. Here's another of the bleached pieces. This is the one that I did with the same fine line bottle, but I held the tip above the fabric. So I don't have the splatters so much on this one. All right, so there's that. And this is a piece that I brayered on some of the Jacquard Neopaque fabric paint. These are the flat paints. They don't have any sparkle to them. The Luminaire, hello. The Luminaire are the ones that have the sparkle to them that are Jacquard. That's just flat. But these are the, it's the Luminaire Jacquard that has the sparkle and a couple color shifts in there. So, it doesn't look quite as white as it did before it went in, but it's there. Here's a couple of Robin stamps I did it on. This was a real fine text stamp. This was on one of the black was on one of my foamies. This was an art foamy. Well, they were all art foamies, actually, every one of them. But the white did look like it lightened up a little bit more. I'll have to play with that before I commit. And here's a piece that I used the wooden stamps on. And they really, hey, Gina. Who is also very boho. Oh, I think she's talking about T. Myers. T-M-Y-E-R-S on YouTube. She does a lot of upcycling that's really she's got a very boho vibe. It's really cool what she does. But hi, Gina. Welcome. So these are the wooden stamps that I brayered some of the Neopaque paint on and stamped them. And they looked good when before I washed them. But again, with this stamp, it must not get down into the fabric enough. I mean, this one looks pretty good. It's faint and fainter than it was. But this one, this circle up here that had all those little dashed lines and concentric circles, that one's almost gone. The feather lightened up. That one lightened up. This one almost gone. This one I did with the silver, and at certain angles you can see it there, but they all lightened up. And all the stamp things seemed to lighten up. And here, I didn't wash these. These are just on little black bags. That was the silver, or no, the super sparkle. Yeah, it's just a real heavy, sparkly Luminaire. But this one turned out pretty good. And that was an Art Foamy that I braided that same Super Sparkle over. But again, neither one of these have been washed. And then this one was the piece that I used the different Luminaire paints. This was an ink. I forget which ink I used, but I thought it was a permanent black ink, but that didn't work so great. Oh, thanks, Gina. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I finally just kind of, plunged in last weekend finally. And now I'm fully plunged and committed. So just to show you the difference, one of the, what was that? Zingantella? I have to look it up. She's actually a high-end fashion designer who paints on denim. Really cool stuff. And she uses Cedar Color by Pebeo. This brand is what she uses. But she's in Australia, and then I guess she's doing something in Amsterdam as well. We can get Pebeo products here, which I've used for years, not this fabric paint. But all I could find locally and was on Amazon was a black and a white. And I think they had a red. But I just thought I'd start out with black and white. That's what I would use most anyway. Gail, are you medicated? We're about to blast off. Pinched nerve in your neck, so I can't type much. Oh, no. Patty does something outrageous. It will take the pain to say something. I'll take that. Oh, that's no fun. How did you do that? Please tell me you didn't fall again. But anyway, I got these to try to see if I notice any appreciable difference between those and the jacquards that are readily available here in the U.S. But anyway, she was saying on her channel that when she wants to paint something and have the true color stand up, she'll put a base coat of this white on it. Now, I didn't have this white at the time. I used this white. So one coat of that white on the denim was that sheer. But here you can see I painted the turquoise color that I have, which is called Miami. There's a sneaker series. See that on the bottom? It says Neopaque, but it's sneaker series. It was a bunch of specific colors that they had cool names. So instead of turquoise, that's called Miami. They had like an olive green and I forget what they called it, and a navy. But anyway, I painted this one coat over here in the denim. And it's kind of cool because it looked heathered because it showed through the denim. But here is the Miami over this thin coat of this. And you can see the difference of how much more true to color that stood up. So if these were really true white, two colors on there, and then over it, but that's a lot of work. I'm not sure I'm into that. But I did get a couple little things. She was talking about using a chalk marker. So I woke up with it. Oh no. Oh, I know that. I know that smarts. And I've heard this. I've had the cervical shots before, but I don't know if it's the same as what you're talking about. I don't remember it called an epidural shot, but I had 5 years ago when my neck thing first happened. They did a series of 3 spinal injections of steroids in the general area where the pain was. When this happened again last fall, a different surgeon, no, the same surgeon's office, wanted me in the hospital, and the team at the hospital put me in under anesthesia, and they actually targeted the nerve path that was between C5, 6, and 6, 7 that basically controls my right arm. And they went right in the nerve path with the, hey, Joan, with the steroid. Now, that took about 9 days to kick in, but once it did, I was good to go. Didn't last as long this time, though. I only got a couple months out of it. Well, then, as you guys know, I had the spinal surgery in January, and I'm good to go now. But this is a little, she didn't suggest this exact chalk marker, but that's what I found on Amazon with dosing wheel technology. Doesn't that sound advanced? And it's a lot littler than I thought. And I'm looking at it, and it's like powdered. I don't know if you can tell that. It's like powdered chalk in there. You're just gonna, it looks like flour. But anyway, let's see how good my camera is going to focus for me today. Probably not well at all. And that's knife edge. Oh, that's actually touching the lens. See that series of little dots? And there you go. Now we're talking. There's like a wheel. That's a wheel. That's not holes. That's actually a wheel. And the teeth go into the chalk. And then it puts down a line of, let's see if I can do it on this black paper. It puts down a line. Paper's not working that great. And most of that fell off. But it looks like a perforated line. But it's just a little dotted line of the, hey, Jan. Of the chalk. Let's see if we can do it on here any better. So you can get just a little ghost of what you want to maybe do. So in case I get fancy, got one. Sewers. Sewers. Who's working in a sewer? Sewers have used those for years. I'm sure they have, and we all know what kind of sewer I am. Joan just had dinner. So, Joan just had dinner. Let's not upset her stomach. But then as I was looking over on Amazon for different fabric paint options, look what I found. A spray by Tulip. Oh, Lord, it's going to be in one of these adult-proof containers. Probably cut the directions off. But anyway, it's a spray fabric paint. And there are a couple different types that Tulip makes. This one says it's permanent fabric spray paint, quick dry, dry soft, even coverage, washable. I thought, now we're talking. So I got this one in white. I think Bonnie said she found it in black. The black I was going to order was like 2 weeks out. I don't know. It was coming from a different place, I guess. I don't know. I'll run up to Michael's this week and see if I can find any black. Because black and white would probably be what I used. But since I was there, I saw silver. We know I like a little shine. So I got silver. Let's see. Does this say preparation? Clean, dry fabric, no fabric softener. Wax paper or shirt form between the fabric layers. Use in well-ventilated area. I might do a couple spritz in here, but then if I do anything more significant than that, they're having knee surgery on Wednesday. Same thing they did on the right in January. Revision my previous knee replacement. Oh my goodness. Yes, for sure. Prayers. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, maybe. It went away. What was involved in that, Jan, for a revision? What did they actually do in there? And Jan was a NICU nurse. She doesn't get grossed out by talking about surgical things. This one is called Mermaid. And it's called Color Shot. See the difference of these labels here? They're all Color Shot. But one is spray paint, fabric spray paint. This one says Instant Fabric Color. And I believe that it's an iridescent mermaid's turquoise, right? So I'm thinking instructions. Shake well for at least a minute. Smooth, even strokes. One light coat at a time. 5 minutes between. Let dry 30. Can be washed inside out. Mild detergent. Dry. Gentle dryer after 72 hours. On gentle after, oh, I guess you got to let it sit for 72 till it cures a little bit and then wash it. Turn can upside down after using spray to clean the nozzle, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to replace the plastic. The metal stuff is still in good shape. Good. Now, I'm assuming your recovery is much less. Do you have to go to PT and all that stuff again? Oh, hey, Nancy. Just got the P alert. So, okay. Less shaking, more action. I'm dying to, and I did go, since I was running out of Dave's pair of jeans, I did go up to Michael's and I grabbed like a half a yard of denim fabric for more experiments. But I'm going to grab a piece, grab a hunk of Dave's leg. And oh crap, I've got all this stuff sitting on the drawer with my stencils in that I need to get to, because I'm going to try to spray through a stencil and we're going to see what happens with that. Oh my goodness, and I got all these paper. What in the world is happening here? Oh, all those papers I did with the black beans and all that stuff are sitting on here too. Totally out of control. All right, let's, now I don't know how this is going to work, like trying to clean it off of stencils at some point, but you know, what the heck. I can get more if I need to. But let's just, for shits and giggles, show will just be time PT. Going inpatient rehab again. Recovery is much faster. How long were you there last time, Jan? I was going to tape it, but I don't think I need to tape it. I don't think it's that crucial. For overspray purposes, I'm just going to move this down a little bit. And let's use the light, just because we can. Oh, that would kind of look cool. Oh. I also saw T. Myers. She did, she took like plastic doilies and laid it, like if this was a doily, for instance, she laid the pattern like maybe halfway on here and then took a regular flat paintbrush that you'd use on a wall and dipped it in that craft white paint and pounced it through there. And then I also saw there was somebody else, Bonnie, I think I sent you the link to that. It was like a bunch of young girls that had this. It was about a 15-minute video, and it was one idea after the other with painting and bleaching t-shirts and denim. That was really cool. I'll have to go back and look for it and maybe send you guys the link if you're interested. But one thing they did was they took a regular cloth doily and they would take it and fold it under like the neck of a t-shirt and then bleach or paint. And I think they were spraying bleach too, actually. I don't remember, but they did all kind of stuff. They put taped blocks and then like splashed bleach all over it. And it was interesting how some of the different denims, mostly on black denim, it turned like a bright orange color. But once it settled and washed out, it came out like a khaki with edges that were like a coffee stain look. They all were pretty cool, actually. They had some good ideas. Okay. I'm just going to do a couple little puffs of this in here. so that I don't harm myself or anyone in the vicinity, which is nobody at the moment. All right, let's see. Oh, that's pretty thick on the stencil, but it didn't look like much went through. Wow, just a little bit. Okay, let's do. That's too thick. Let's just, if we're gonna friggin' do it, let's just do it. Whew! I can't do that inside. That is strong. Sewing machine isn't gonna, it's going to come out. Oh my gosh. Joan, you'll never forget that. Years of therapy, I finally gotten past it. Wow, that's a mess. Oh, Joan, I talked to Sherry not too long ago, and there is a stencil sale in the offing. No exact dates or anything yet. Well, I mean, it looks pretty cool. That's definitely an outside activity. So I'm gonna take these other two paints and chat amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go outside and give this another go on the table out there. Now I'm wondering if it would be better on a bigger, more open design. You know what? I might just use that just for giggles. It'll give you some kind of shape, but it'll let the colors show a little bit more. I'm going to take the silver and the turquoise and this. I'm going to go outside, chat amongst yourselves. I won't be long. Unless, of course, I keel over. If I don't show back up, somebody called Dave. Huh. He's playing golf in Pennsylvania. Oh, crap. I forgot I got all my plants on the tables. Okay. Give me a minute. Not sure the sprays are the way to go, but they are strong. Even outside, it's strong. Actually, when I show you guys this piece of denim, I think I'm going to put it in the garage or back outside. We might get rain today. let it dry and see how it acts. Actually, I want to get some of this wiped off of here. This may be a stencil ruiner too. Don't you like how I sacrifice for you guys? Nobody said to follow me and do what I do. Jeez Louise. Anywho, here I had to spray these back and forth a lot and kind of hold it over the open areas. The silver, I came out pretty good. The result is pretty good. The turquoise, look how it made the jean look purple underneath of it. I mean, around it and the open holes. Just because of the color contrast. So not bad, but these, I'm going to put these actually outside if they get rained on. Too bad. I will try stencils with pouncing though. And one of the videos I watched said to get the real thick dripless bleach because it's less likely to affect the design of the stencil by seeping under and bleeding through the fabric. Ooh, yeah, they had to go outside. Alrighty. Plan B. Huh. Can someone go? Heard a muffled scream. I'm just catching up on chat. I did not have a stroke yet. I don't think I've ever seen thick bleach. Yeah, I think they call it drip free. It's thicker. It's not quite a gel, but it's got a gel-like consistency. And we used to get that, but I think through COVID, we kind of lost track of buying that and just bought whatever we could. And then we're kind of backed up on bleach. We don't really use it that much, to be honest. Yeah, and one of the videos I was watching, they were from another country. I don't know where it was. I don't even think it was Europe. But they had a small, like a quart bottle that had a squirt spout on it that they could kind of direct it in a pattern. Which we could buy a bottle like that and put it in there, I suppose, if we wanted to. And that's what I will do with this when I get some of it. Okay, so let's, just for giggles, what piece do I want to use? Let me just try a piece of this. Can you rip denim like other fabrics? I don't know. I don't want to deal with all those strings anyway, so I'll just painstakingly cut it. You know, and I have dressmaker shears, and this would hardly cut Dave's jeans. Fabric and sewing, maybe it just is not my thing. Not my thing, I don't think. All right, let's put you over there and cut this in manageable pieces. Hey, Rihanna. Hello. All righty. So let's I want a stencil that doesn't have very fine exact lines on it because I'm thinking it's going to bleed. Oh, you know what? Let's use this one. I always like this design. That's my stencil called Outback. Oh, all three almost fit on there, do they? Not that it's going to come out perfect, and what am I going to do with it if it does? Don't be ridiculous, Kayla. Okay, so I want to, well, let's try a little control with it in a brush. Very little control. Where's the other one? I had two with bleach in it. There we go. This is a smaller round one. This is the flat one. All right, let's just get the bleach in. So this is just bleach that I put in a water brush. Let me bring it in case you see something worth seeing. Oh, a journal cover. That might be a good. See, this is why I keep you guys here. And I'm just going to try to hold it in place. Let me get this bad boy going. There we go. I'm just going to start in the middle. And this, of course, is different denim than Dave's jeans, so it's a little darker, and it feels a little softer, even though his are very broken in old, regular old jeans. Levi's, something others, I think. I can't stand to wear that kind of old denim anymore. I didn't wear jeans for years until I found the stretchy knit jeans. Now jeans are my friend. Okay, now let's see if I just take this, squeeze a little bit out, and just kind of drag it down there. What happens? I'm sure it's going to bleed under. I mean, this is just liquid. But I'm wondering if, you know, the fibers kind of soak it down into the denim instead of letting it spread out. That would be really cool if it did. That looks like it's controlling it pretty good, but I don't know if it's enough to actually cause a reaction. I mean, I guess it would. It's bleach on fabric, right? I'm tempted to peek. Comfortable blob on the print was working on. you can redo that blob, Gayla. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Walked all the way around the room and it was sitting right on the other side of my desk. Silly girl. Actually, that's the better path anyway, now that I'm carrying something. I'm shifting from my space heater to a fan to blow these bleach fumes out of my direct working area, which means I have to go deep into this very awkward plug to get this rascal plugged in. Gayla, if you hear another muffled scream, you might want to act on this one. This is in a very tricky spot. And I have to cram my whole arm up to my shoulder in between a few inch space between double stacks of those big Alex flat drawers that I just left enough space for the outlet to show. Reaching the outlet is a completely different skill set. Oh, did I get it? Oh, I got it. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, hell. I got it, but a stack of lovely plated papers did not make it. Good Lord. I'm telling you. By this time, hour. Woohoo, we got it. Let there be contact. Okay. I think I see a difference in the color of the fabric already. I'm going to carry on with this one. It's a little hard on the thumbs, putting continuous pressure, squeezing bleach out of here. That one might have got away from me a little bit. I can't really look at the chat while I'm doing this. I am anxious to see how much seepage we get here, because this may or may not rule out stencils in the future, but I am going to try it again no matter what happens here with the thick bleach when I get my paws on some of it. They had it on Amazon, but they wanted you to buy 3 bottles or 6 bottles. For $20 some, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do that just yet. I did see one of the YouTubes I saw to speed up the bleaching process. They were using a heat. It probably was a blow dryer, like a hair dryer. But I'm sure you could probably use a heat gun as well. Oh, my cramps up my thumb a little bit. You're saying that because you want to look. I do want to look. Yeah, I can definitely see that's lighter. I just hope it came out somewhat like. It's a good example of a little bit wider design than these little skinny points of the design. I'm tempted to get my heat gun out and give it a little zap. Maybe I'll just peek from the bottom. Oh, I see a little bit of a design. Oh, maybe it's working. Okay, I'm going to sit here for a minute. Meanwhile, I'm going to look for stencil number 2 to try. You know what? I wonder what something like this would look like. If I can get my fingers on it. Just one of these little Tim Holtz things with different size little circles all over it. Oops, where's the... I want to move this. Get this over here. And this I'm going to try. But I want to use something like... Will that work? No. Hello? Oh, that's a magic eraser, I think. That's not a sponge. Exactly. Let me grab a couple little makeup sponges. I don't know if they'll be absorbent enough. Oh, jeez. All right, I'm just going to take a little makeup wedge. I don't hold out much hopes of this, but, you know, this is where you do it. You just dive in. I'm going to put a little pot in there. Actually, I'm going to put a little bleach on this away from the danger zone. Hey, what is that? Should I use that? Oh, no. Good Lord, no. That's got too much crap in it. I got it. Don't worry. Oh, you know what? I just saw the caps of this spray paint that Xandra made me buy. It's water-based. This was on the little cart as I walked by it. Montana Colors, low odor resins, water-soluble, pigments of highest qualities, fine arts, graffiti art. Waterproof once dry. Huh. You know we're going to do that. I'll take this and another stencil of my choosing outside and see what happens. Rifling through some possible. I got a whole bunch of my own stencil designs in the smaller ones that I've really never used. Oh, maybe I'll just use that one. I'll take a piece outside and do that momentarily. Okay, what have I missed? Pointillism? I don't even... She's using those fancy words again because she knows I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Hey, Tam! Hello, hello, welcome. All right, so now I don't even know how much this is going to absorb. That's one of those thick makeup sponges. We'll just put a little bit on there. Dab it off a little. And let's just drag it over here. Maybe I'll drag the edge off of that. And then maybe tap it in on this side. And then on this side, I think I'll just pounce it. Let's see if there's any appreciable difference. It looks like it's all beating up on the stencil. So I'm probably going to have to just do what I did before. Maybe I'll pounce it harder to try to get it crammed in there. All right, let's see. Get that off my fingers. Probably eating my fingernail polish off. All right, now let's let you sit there for a moment. All right, I can't stand it anymore. I gotta look at this. It did run as suspected. But I don't hate it. All right, I'm going to set this off to the side on the to be washed pile. We'll see what happens there. Oh, look, it's putting those gold. Remember that last week I was showing you guys? This one I can show you pretty easily. Oh, no, did I draw over that with something? That couldn't just been bleach, could it? We're going to go off a whole new tangent if the bleach did all that. The bleach on this newsprint brought like a goldish metallic sheen out of it, which I don't have any idea that's possible. But nonetheless, oh, this isn't the right tip. I want the round one. Let's just see what we get here. I'm going to let that sit. Well, you can't even see it. Hello. It's kind of got that goldish color to it. I'm going to let that sit a minute and see how much shine came out on it. Because some of these blobs here, it looked really like gold metallic paint had spilled there. A little. Let's see what this little fella's done. I'm guessing nothing. Isn't that interesting? That nothing appreciable went through those holes. Oh, here's what I'll do. I like these. These are the foil stencils through joggle. I think they're called dance moves. But look, that just got like all wet underneath there. You don't really see any of the pattern. Over here you see, oh, look, a couple little holes up close when you see it. That almost looks like it's metallic. Yet it's not. Unless there was something on the stencil that came off, which... Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the stencil... the bleach pulled off some of the paint that was on the stencil. Let's see, Rainbows. Hey, Rainbows. That's a new name. Welcome. All right, I'm just going to use the same hunk of denim because there's not much going on there. I'm going to take this outside And I'm going to take this black spray paint and I'm going to do a design of that. And then I'm going to put that in the wash pile. So chat amongst yourselves again. I'm going outside as to not kill myself with fumes. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, this is very interesting. And if it passes the wash test, maybe the way to go. We had much finer spray and coverage. Boom. Let these lay out here and dry a little bit more. I try to dry. Oh crap, did I get this all over my shirt? Which, by the way, is also black and white and probably won't matter. It's an old paint shirt. Oh, and you know what? That's water-based. So, cleanup should be a little easier. Let's see. Ha! Look at you. Of course it is. I love these designs. Ooh, that how 3D that looks where it skipped. Skipped a beat. All right. Here's this one after it dried. That was an experiment with the tulip spray fabric paints. I'll put that in the TBD pile, to be dried and TBW. But this, clearly you have to mask. Not quite dry yet, but it will be. So, how about that? Now, let me see. I'm going to try this. Where is it? Did I use both pieces of that? I guess I did. Huh, didn't think I did, but I guess I did. This in a safe place, if there is such a thing down here. Figure out what watercolors to bring to Baltimore right now. 500. That's about right. You know, you can always ship them ahead, Gala, if you can't pack that many. Oh, you'll do watercolor after you play with it for a while. And with all the help you have from all these experts, and especially your table mate. I love watercolors, and you both know I can't watercolor worth a crap, but it's you got to let go of the, at least I do, of the ability to control the paint. It's kind of a free thinker, and kind of like me. And once you do that and just let it do what it's going to do and be surprised when it dries, some you'll love, some you'll like, and some you will wonder what the hell you're doing. But I love them. I think they're fun. Okie dokie. Let's put this one aside. I'm going to try to go back to the old. I'm going to try to do something long here, like it's the leg of my pants, that I may go up later and get and just friggin' try this. I don't watercolor. Okay. Let me pull out a little bit. Look at that, how that looks like there's shadow. What the hell? It's not showing. It's not here. That's just the. Huh. Very interesting. It looks like a grayish in those veiny looking things that look like teal on the camera. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to, let's see, I wonder if I can I suck bleach up in here, or is that just something I have to pour? No, this one I have to pour it. All right, I'm going to go fill up these two pens again over the sink. Again, chat amongst yourselves. What a fun independent stream. And I don't know why I am doing this on another piece of scrap, other than just to get the feel of how this. Oh shoot! I should have filled this. I'm gonna go fill. Oh no, that's got a good bit in it. I just want to practice some and feel how this works before I apply it to a perfectly good pair of jeans. What did I miss? I'm crocheting a blue denim yarn hat for my son. Oh, denim yarn. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Of course, Gail is going to bring tools that nobody can buy. Yeah, Yvonne, I think that's a good way to put it. Did you put bleach in the water bottles? I put bleach in the water brushes, and I have bleach in this fine line. Those are bleach. And that's what I did last week on some scraps of Dave's jeans. So Let's just do it. I think I did better with the fine line bottle than this because you can't keep the right flow. Because it's like you're drying the brush off on the denim every stroke. So then you got to kind of let it get recombobulated. You know what I might do is use this as an ink. You know, a dipping thing. A dipping hooja bobber. All right, let's just freaking do it. So you got to kind of go slow too. And you can't see what you did. So your next stroke is kind of, you know, you don't know. But when you think about it just being a kind of a shadowy background, I don't know that it really matters. Let's let that soak in a minute. And then I'm going to do this. And I showed you guys a sample of where I tried to write with this little needle nose on the denim, and because of the nap, you know, it kind of flicked bleach everywhere because it would catch that little delicate needle, and, you know, it was rough. And then I did it by holding it above the denim and just kind of, you know, whipping her down there to see what would happen. Let's just friggin' do it. Okay, I'm going to move these things. It's starting to bleach a little bit already. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Actually, down here, you can see it a little bit better. See those little ghostly images? And here's the little needle I'm working with. It's the 20 gauge. I think I'll stand up because I can't reach so good. Okay. This is nothing like I normally script. I don't even know what I'm doing. That got totally out of control very quickly. But it's on there and it is what it is. So I shall move this to the bleaching station. Trying not to, I better pick that up with a board. That ain't gonna make it like that. Let's try putting this underneath of it. Alright, I'm gonna take this over to the dark side where I can find a flat surface. Alright. That one's kind of beating up. I wonder if that fabric that I bought a half yard of should have been washed. I don't know if it has any kind of something on there that might disturb its ability to absorb. Let's see. Do I have any more bits of Dave's drawers here that I could use? I thought I had another leg. Did I use those? These are his hot pants. And that fan right on me is a little chilly. All right, hang on. See, here's one of the ones that I did with this bottle, holding it up off of the old jeans. And this is the bit I did trying to write on the denim and see all the spritzes of bleach, which actually kind of looks kind of cool. I think I'll try that on the next piece, just letting it, if it's going to spritz, just let her spritz. Okay, let's move this stuff out of the way. And he's not here. Maybe I can sneak up in his closet. Maybe I'll do his hot pants. Can't you see that, girls? He does have good legs, though. Could probably rock them better than me, for sure. A heat gun works faster with bleaching it. Are you talking about, Rainbow? I saw a couple videos where they did that, but this was like beat it up on top of the denim. Not just was it not dry, it was like 3D on top of it. See, all these are interrupted by all these seams and pockets and stuff. I think we'll have to go for another strip of this. All right, let's do another one. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is, let me take this again. Oh, these bend easy. Oh no, that's like gonna, look at that little tiny connector right there. I don't think that's gonna, it already looks like it's cracked. Well, that sucks. Huh. Okay. Let's try this just for shits and giggles. Has Dave run out of the jeans yet, Patty? No, he got some new ones. But I'll check with him before I take any more. You know, with jeans, when you get them broken in just right, they're your favorites. That would be horrifying if I took his favorites from him. I wonder, I'm going to go back to this little dish. And I'm going to try with the makeup sponge. Just friggin' do it. Oh, this is going to run everywhere. It's too much. This isn't going to work. I got to get the thick bleach to do this. But, you know, with my thick head, I just like to try it because I want to do it, whether it's going to work or not. We don't worry much about the rules here. Do you have stencil spray glue? As a matter of fact, I do. Where I have it is a completely different subject. That doesn't even look like it's wet. Getting trickier by the moment. All right, let's, oh, there now I'm starting to see a shadow come up a little bit. But it's going to be a big blob because it all ran. There you go. You can see it a little bit. Oh, what are you going to do? I'm going to use this. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to just touch the fabric. I'm going to go down the middle because it's going to flick. And let's see what happens. Trying to get the bubbles out of the stem. Hear it? How it's like a, oops, it's even grabbing it. And oh my, that's worse than Dave's were. Can you see what I mean? How it's laying up on there three-dimensional. Let me see if I can get you in there. Oops. Hello. See the little puddles laying there on top of the fabric? That's what I'm talking about. That's too far. Let's find a nice compromise. Shall we? We'll go there. I do, CB. Where the hell would that be? I have a whole shelves of various chemicals, sprays, and I'm guessing it's in there somewhere. But we just don't know where. Okay, this one. Yeah, see how that's bleaching out? La blob. I'm not going to be too precious with this piece because I think it's a goner, which will probably end up being my favorite. But let's, I had another idea. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to, let's try this little piece here again. Let's try, I need another makeup sponge. I want a black and I want a white. This is the bleach one. I'll put that over by the bleach. But see how this is bleaching out the newsprint? It's actually pretty cool. It's an interesting color. So I want to pounce through a stencil with the paints. And I'm going to try to find, oh, you know what? Let me find Robin's stencil that I want here. I like both of those. I like that one. I want this her scripting. Here it is. Here's the little tiny one. I want the bigger one. Oh, come on. The stencil drawers. Out of control. I'm going to make $1 gazillion when I figure out how the hell to store stencils. You mark my words. Oh, these are some cool ones in here. Look how very tribal this one is. I think that might be a Shannon Green stencil. Oh, I like this one too. Oh, now I hit the good stuff. And this one that, oh, here it is. There it is. All right, let me move these out of harm's way, which I'm not sure that's at the same address. All right, good Lord. Okay, here's her. The scripting one. That is very cool. Oh, you know what? I wonder about spraying bleach. Huh. My mind just went off into Wonderland there for a minute. And this one I'm going to try to do and then overlap the design. Let's just see how fancy we can get. I'm just going to go down here. We'll try to do a white row and a black row and see where we get. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the cedar color and try those. Hey, Amalia. Oh. Huh. Okay, well. Why is that warped? Go down here to a semi-flat bit. Oh, Lord. Oh, wow. Oh, the rascal's tight. I'm not going to worry about wasting a lot of this paint. I just want to see if my idea will work. And I would think it would. But fabric, more than paint, you've got to really make sure you're getting it into the nap of the fabric and not setting up on just the higher threads. Does that make sense? The peaks and not getting in the valleys. Because then you get a real splotchy result. But if you put it in too much, then it runs and you get crap. Let's see how that works. Rats. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this open bleach right here. I think I may be having some effects of that. All right, now let's do the white row. Why is that? Oh, shit. That was the bleach one. Oop, I said shit. I used the bleach one. I'm throwing that one away, which probably wrecked the paint. Oh, well. We're going to carry on and act as if nothing bad happened. I'll just take it bleach and all. What the hell? Now, I can't trust the results of the white. Dot! Oh, sure. So you can have supper, but you can't let them hear the video. I see. That's kind of a... black looks better than the white. Of course, the white got a little bleach diluted, but I don't know if it's that or if it's just my... And that should stay and wash on there pretty well. So I'm going to do, well, I got to do black and white again, because I want to try to do this shadow deal. I don't want to know. I don't know if I want to do the black as the shadow or the white as a highlight. Okay, I'm getting rid of this sponge that has some bleach in it. Going for another one here. Okay, I'm going to do this as one of Robin's characters. It's a 3x5 symbol number 3. You can get these on iStencils. So let me think. Let's do the black. I'm pouncing off, trying to get a lot of this off of the sponge, which you can't see. I'm trying to show you, but I'm getting all cattywampus here. Put a little bit on it and then stamp most of it off so it doesn't run. That's a pretty good image. But now we're going to have to let it dry a little bit, which maybe for that I will get my heat gun. Oh, Lord, where are you? I haven't used that in a while. A long while. There you are. Whew. All right, let me move this up further on the plug. And then this has room to go in there, I believe. All right, heat gun. Alrighty, let's go for the white. So I'm going to do is like I did on a lot of, well, you see me do this before in Jelly Plate and journal collages and stuff, when I line it back up there and then just drop it on an angle down and over. Oops, let me do that again. Oop, I moved it again. Stop moving it. Okay. Let's go with that. Let's stay happy with that. And then go in with the white. The white smudged a little bit. But you can still see it, at least in person. Because it's smudged underneath of it. See the little bit of a shadow behind it? Let's do it the opposite while I still got a little more paint there. Let's do the white down first. Just using this as my practice swatch. All right, and if that one's going to be thinner and smush a little bit, that'll be there. And I can do the black over it and get a cleaner image. You better be sociable, Dot. Hey, why don't you just turn the volume on? Let me chat your guests up. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Said no one ever. Okay, dry enough. I'm going to take this, shift it over and down a little bit, like so. Get some of the black, dab it off. Yeah. I'm not really thrilled with either one of those. I like it when I do it on paper because you can get a real crisp image, but between the nap and the consistency of the paint, I swear that black looks like it's what I just used, the same black. Can you guys see how that looks a little metallic on there? On the symbol? It's got a... Oh, you know what? Was that maybe taking off some of the gold that was on the stencil? I've never had it do that before. I don't hate it. I bet that's what it is. But see, that's got like a highlight where this one's got a shadow, which isn't all that visible, but it's there. It's there. It's there. Okay. All right. There was something else I wanted to try. I don't think I'm going to do the real jeans today. I'm going to wait on that. What else did I want to do? I'm going to look this little bit of time that this piece has sat here. You can see that blob. That's too big. But see all the splats that came out, which I kind of like. It looks more painterly. And I can't get a good scripting rhythm with it either. I can't get my normal shapes and strokes like I normally do. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, it does look a little 3D-ish. All right, let me let me look at these other little bits I got going here. Here's the sprays, the tulip sprays through a stencil. They are, they're aggressive with smell. Even doing outside, I think it was a little bit much. I got to get some of the thick bleach. We can see that worked good-ish on some of the places, but some of it really ran. But, I mean, it's a look. If that's what you're going for, you're in. But if you want a real crisp look with bleach, that's our next hope, is to try the, I kind of like this one actually. Not this so much, but the way this came out. I'm going to go around the corner and grab that other piece that's drying and seeing if any of that finally saturated in instead of being beaded up on top of the fabric. Huh. Maybe I will go get my black jeans. So this is the piece. See how it's like, it doesn't really look like, well, I can see bits of pieces of my scripting that I normally do in there, but it's, I mean, I kind of like it. It doesn't have to be exact. Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like but me. Ugh. I don't hate that. Do I dare do my jeans? Let me try one more thing. Of course, that quick, I forgot what that one more thing was. That is really scary. Really, really scary. What the hell was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna try a little strip of this with the brush pen and see which came out better. That's where I left off. Of course, I could just get a bunch of yards of this and make fabric. That I'll do something lovely with. Because I am such a seamstress. That's pure sarcasm for those of you who don't know. All right, let's try this. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put you? Is that the flat one or the pointy one? Oh, that's an empty one. That's what that is. Where the hell did I put them? There we go. Here we go. I got it. Did I do one of these with the brush? No, that was all the little needle bottle, wasn't it? Okay, let's try it with the brush. Yeah, if I do the black jeans, it's just going to be like the scripting with the kind of like this down the side of a leg. Come on. That kind of freeform stuff. I'm not going to do. I'm going to perfect the stenciling before I put it on anything for real. Pencil cases. Oh my God, Rihanna, do you remember that too? Will live in infamy. You know, I just have so many talents. Okay, let's see what I got going here. I don't know that this is really going to work, but I can go slower with this. But I can't get those crazy fluid streaks. can't even see where this is to see where I got to go back and maybe throw a little something in there. Here looks a little, can go a little flowy in there maybe. Just a little crazy, just swirls. It doesn't. No one said it's going to look like any kind of scripting. Let's hit that with the heat gun just for shits and giggles, as they say. Oh my God. I could have thrown that sewing machine out the window that day. Let me pull this back a little bit. Wrong way. Oh, stop. I definitely like just using the loosey-goosey fine liner jar better than the pen. It just doesn't flow enough. Huh. You know, this little tribal bit thing here is haunting me. I think this may, oh, here it is right here. Colorful Life Designs. I'm pretty sure that's Shannon Green. And it's called Tribal Blanket. I love this. Kept my cool. Were you present for the jamming of the sewing machine that no longer is? Good Lord. Let's see. I'm going to do something. Just like if it's on a border off the edge. Maybe. This is a crooked edge, so let's keep that in mind, shall we? I'm going to use this white that I can get. Oh my God. I took that damn thing to the repair shop and they said it would be, I think at the time it was $99 just for them to look at it and then service and parts for any repairs. And I just happened to look at a Joann's flyer that night. And it was, it had a much nicer one, which was still very basic, on sale for, I forget, 119 or 129. I thought, screw it. Here, donate this one. You can have it. I'll go get a new one. Oh my gosh. And you know, that hasn't been plugged in or threaded yet. Maybe I'll bring it. Hey, Maryland girls, maybe I'll bring it, my sewing machine, to Maryland and get somebody to help a sister out. Do we have any seamstresses in the group? I don't know if we do. Maybe I'll do it like a totem stack, like I did with that one stamp I did polymer clay with. Just for gigs. Let's see what we get. Oh, thanks, Gayla. That's an investment of time you will never get back in your life. Trust me. Oh, Jesus. Lord have mercy. And I'm just going to let this be really light on the denim and let some of the denim show through and get a feel for what that looks like instead of really saturating it to get a real clean image. think everybody that was there that day has been through therapy. Oh, jeez. I mean, I wouldn't do it over top of stenciling. I'm just trying to use this piece of denim wisely. I know that's a stretch for some to believe, too. I love this stencil. This is a stencil girl, I think, called Tokyo. I really like this one. Let's just do some of this just again for shits and giggles. Let me find one of the stacks that's really kind of interesting. They all are. So let's just not overthink it, shall we? Let's just see what happens. Start from the bottom up. Maybe it's a top down. I'm not sure which way this one goes or if it matters. Oh. Oh my God. That's another one of those ideas where it seems like a really good idea at the time. How hard can a pencil case be to make? How difficult could it be? Well, let me tell you. Part 2 is where the sewing starts. Gayla, you better get some meds on board before you attempt to watch that one. I think that may have been before your time, Gayla, was it? No, Joan remembers it. I don't know. What came first, the chicken or the egg, Joan or Gayla? I don't remember. I think Joan. Ay, ay, ay. You know, what are you going to do? I really like these too. I'm going to do this one. Just because I'm trying to kill time and let stuff dry for a little bit more. A little another minute. I'm going to put this any old where. Any old where. This one's called Water. This is one of Robin's little symbols, 3x5. I'm gathering more data. Joan came first. She's a classic. She is that. You know, just a moment. Let's use this one. And I just saw, and I'm sure this will stencil just fine, but let's try it on this little bit darker denim. This is the Jacquard Luminaire Halo Blue Gold. It's a shifter. It's very shifty. And do I have another? You know what? I'm just going to use one of these little bits here. I don't know what it is. I'm going to cut it so I don't use the whole thing, because I think this might be a magic eraser. I'm not sure. Er? Oh, that might not be enough paint down there for that now that I'm looking at it, but I'm going to give it a go. See how you can see the two colors in that? He's pretty. It's coming out mostly like a green gold. See the blue on there? I think it needs to be, it kind of blobbed up there a little bit, but I think it needs, let's try to line it up and do more paint on there. I think that's my, I was a little chintzy on the uptake, I think. We'll call that coat 1. Now we'll go in for coat 2, assuming I can line this bad boy up properly. How is that not right there? That's not right there. What the hell? Does it go this way? Oh, there we go. No? What the heck? How can I be that far off? Oh, because it's on the wrong side, because look for the green paint, Patty. And look, it just settles right in there and fits. Hey, jeez. All right. Trying it once I get it on there to just kind of hold it still and press it so it doesn't keep lifting the edges. Hoping for a cleaner image. Not looking at the chat. This is a very tedious artistic endeavor. Ay, jeez Louise. Like an old car. See the glitz in there. All right. What time is it? Almost 3. That's 2 hours. I think I'm going to wrap her up. If I remember correctly, Xander's not streaming today. But I'm going to take a break and get out of the land of fumes. Actually, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun for a little bit so I can throw these in the washer when I get upstairs. That bleach did come up pretty well on there. It looks whiter to me here in person than it does on the camera. But you know what I saw some of the people do on YouTube when they were bleaching denim is they went in before they put it in the washer and saturated it in a basin of water or a bucket of water and wrung it out and then put it in the wash. I do not think I'm going to do that. That seems like an unnecessary step for what I'm doing. None of this is going to end up in a gallery. Hang on a second. I just remembered something else I wanted to do that I have to leave set for a while. But I can't remember what paper it was. Here's this one. I could live with something like that on my leg. Some use 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 10 parts water to stop the bleach from eating through. But you know what? Like Dave's old stuff here, I let this sit overnight, and that was pure bleach on there. I let it sit overnight for it to activate, do what it's going to do, washed it, dried it, and it doesn't seem to have done anything to weaken the fabric. From what I can tell. Let's see, these are the originals. It did bleach through. Got to keep that in mind when doing my black jeans. These are all those little bits there. I had, oh, here they are. See, I know I had more pieces than that. Here's the one stencil attempt. And here's the spray. That feels dry. That was the tulip fabric sprays. And let me hit this one with a little bit of heat. That still feels a little dampish. Yeah, there were all Bonnie, did you watch that one I sent of the it was all young girls doing it, it looked like. And they had one example after another. It was like a montage of all these different techniques. Some are on t-shirts, some are on denim. They had some really good ideas. Actually, let me look through my YouTube history here for a minute and see if I can find it and give you guys all the link. Hold the phone. I think it was about a 15-minute video. Oh, there was something cool. I saw a girl named was Marcy Harriell, Harriell, where she did a window pane denim jacket, where she took the, in the back of a denim jacket, there's panels of fabric. She basically cut those out and put in a mesh embroidered fabric instead on all the panels. So it was like a skeleton of a jean jacket that was holding it together. It was really cool. Way more patience than I would have. Let's see. T. Myers, dip bleach, patchwork, tie-dye, 27 Was this it? 27 bleach decor ideas. I think that's what it was. 27 ideas. Hang on. Where the hell did it go? There we go. Let me peek to make sure that's what it is. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay, hang on. Let me get the link. Oops. Stuck on my elbow. Oh, copy. And come back over here. And paste that rascal in there. This, watch the link be too long. Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, some really cool ideas where they took highlighters, regular old, the wide, I forget what they were called, what brand they were, but they took them apart and soaked the nib and the little, uh, it looks like a tampon inside of it that holds all the ink. Soak them in bleach, and like the highlighter color disappears pretty quick, and then puts them back together so they're full of bleach, and then drew patterns with those that have a harder chisel or a bullet tip or whatever, not a brush tip like this that bends with the fabric. It stood up to the fabric. They had some really cool ideas, actually. But anywho, all right, kids, Mama gonna go take a break. CB, I'll ring you a little bit later. And thanks, girls, for jumping on with me. I appreciate it. And I'll post some pictures after the washing. All right, kids. See you soon. Bye.